Let's talk about the top waiver wire ads from the weekend next on Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. Welcome into FBT in 5. As always, make sure to follow and stream us on Spotify. Today is Monday, September 26th. I am Frank Stanfield, joined by Scott White. And let's start with the biggest waiver wire pitchers from the weekend, Scott. Jose Quintana has allowed just 2 earned runs total over his last 4 starts. He's 67% rostered. His final 2 starts are both against the Pirates. And then Jon Gray was also solid. He went 5 innings against the Guardians, 1 hit, 1 unearned run, but only 1 strikeout. So he's 65% rostered. Final 2 matchups at the Mariners, home against the Yankees. Who do you like more?
Close call between those two. It has been encouraging to see Jose Quintana go combined 14 2/3 in these past 2 outings, the 6 2/3 against the Dodgers, and then 8 before that, because the previous 6 starts, he didn't go 6 innings even once, and that's been his biggest problem all year. Despite maintaining a low ERA, Jose Quintana has struggled to go deep enough for you to care. So he's coming off those 2 great starts, gave you some length, and then he gets the Pirates twice. Hard not to love that. I do think Jon Gray is a better pitcher. And that first matchup against the Mariners is okay. The Yankees, not, less so. Now, it kind of depends what you need more. If you need ERA more, then Quintana is the better choice. If you need strikeouts more, despite having just the 1 in the start over the weekend, I still think Jon Gray is the better bet. Wins, maybe Quintana. So I wouldn't complain about either choice. Maybe a slight edge to Jon Gray since I think he's the better pitcher, but it's, I wouldn't fault you if you preferred Quintana for those matchups.
Okay. In slightly deeper leagues, I do have 4 other names here, Scott. Aaron Savali, solid at the Rangers this weekend. Dean Kramer threw a 4-hit shutout against the Astros. Just awesome start for him. Braxton Garrett went 6 innings, 1 run ball, 6 strikeouts against the Nationals. And then Cody Morris was solid once again at the Rangers. 5 innings, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts for him. How do you rank those 4, Scott? Cody Morris, Garrett, Dean Kramer, and Aaron Savali.
So the only one who is among my 10 sleeper pitchers for this week, Quintana and Jon Gray both were, but the only one of this next group here is Cody Morris, who had kind of been getting stretched out at the major league level after missing most of his minor league season with injury. It's kind of weird how the Guardians handled it, but it's obviously gone well and has gone 5+ now in his last 2. So to have upcoming matchups against the Rays and Royals, I like that a lot for Cody Morris. Of the others, I would rank them Braxton Garrett, followed by Dean Kramer, followed by Aaron Savali. Savali is the only one of them making just 1 start over the next 10 days. Garrett, I think, he's just been so solid since the start of June. ERA below 3, whip below 1, more than a strikeout per inning. And while the Braves matchup is tough, he gets the Nationals to begin the week. That's a really favorable matchup right now. I think particularly if you're in like a roto league and you're chasing wins and or strikeouts, you have the most ground to make up in those categories. You could go ahead and try Braxton Garrett, even though he just missed the cut for my sleeper pitchers for this week. Kramer, the matchups aren't great. Red Sox and Blue Jays. And again, Savali just has 1 start.
All right, well, let's move over to some waiver wire hitters. I have a group of 4 corner infielders, starting with Patrick Wisdom, who had a sock and a shoe on Sunday. His 25th home run, his 8th steal. He's 70% rostered with 9 games. Eduardo Escobar had a big weekend. He is 72% rostered with 8 games left. Vinnie Pasquantino, 6 hits, including a home run this weekend. 68% rostered. And then Joey, 2 hits. Joey Meneses, 3 home runs over his last 4 games. The guy just will not slow down. 54% rostered with 10 games remaining. How do you rank these 4, Scott? Wisdom, Escobar, Pasquantino, Joey Meneses.
No, you can cool it with the Joey 2-hit stuff, because I think Joey Meneses is just Babe Ruth at this point. Like, doesn't matter who he's facing. The production continues. Seems like every day he hits a home run or has multiple hits. Overall, 326 batting average, 943 OPS. I don't even love the matchups that much for the Nationals. over the next 10 days, but they're playing 10 games in 10 days. And I don't see how you sit Joey Meneses right now. So he's number one. Vinnie Pasquantino's number two. The third baseman, Eduardo Escobar, Patrick Wisdom. You might have more of a need for a third baseman, but I don't love their matchups as much. Between the two, I would prefer Escobar to Wisdom.
All right. We're going to wrap there. For more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to the Fantasy Baseball Today podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, your smart speakers, or anywhere else podcasts are found. And thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. We'll be back again on Wednesday morning. Bye-bye.